The hardest part of healing is not forgetting them. It is believing in you again, because somewhere along the way, the narcissist convinced you that your instincts were flawed, your boundaries were unreasonable, that your feelings were too much. And when someone chips away at your reality for long enough, it becomes easy to believe the wreckage is your fault. Rebuilding trust in yourself is not a single act. It is a slow, sacred reintroduction to who you were before the distortion. I am Zane, a relationship consultant and psychologist. And today, we are talking about what it means to slowly start trusting your own voice again. In narcissistic abuse, the attack is not always loud. Sometimes it is silent. A glance that makes you doubt your reaction. A dismissive laugh that leaves you ashamed. To second-guess the gut feelings that once kept you safe. It teaches your body to shrink around your truth. You stop asking questions. Start living in an apology. You stop saying no. You give yourself space to answer honestly, even if you do not act on it right away. That listening is the beginning of trust. Tentative, unsure. They are waiting to see if it is safe to speak again. You start by listening. When something feels off, you pause. You do not explain it away. But understanding them might set you free. So it is no surprise that when you leave, your instincts do not come roaring back, they come whispering. That is where healing begins, not with a grand gesture, but with small permissions. Trust does not mean always getting it right. It means honoring your effort, even when the outcome is unclear. That kind of self-validation, done over and over, begins to loosen the grip of doubt. Or when someone dismisses your feelings and, instead of shrinking, you feel clarity rise in your chest. You stop rehearsing your story in case someone challenges it. You do not rush to fix it. You just notice. You ask, is this familiar? Do I feel safe? And every time you respond with kindness to your own doubt, you are making space for trust to grow. Or after walking away from a situation that feels eerily familiar to your past, but this time, you do not stay. Even when you were not ready to listen, they were there. Waiting, holding ground. That is not weakness. That is endurance. That is trust. That is knowing. And when you make a decision, no matter how small, what to eat, whom to call, what to decline, you do not second-guess it. All the gut feelings you ignored, all the warnings you minimized. You remind yourself, I chose this. I can change my mind, but I do not owe anyone an explanation for having preferences. Of course, rebuilding trust also means making peace with your past self, the one who stayed too long, who kept forgiving, who kept hoping. That version of you was not weak. They were surviving, were loving the only way they knew how. Blaming them will not protect you. And when mistakes happen and you do not use them as evidence that you cannot be trusted. Use them as proof that you are learning. That your inner compass is still calibrating after years of being magnetized to someone else's needs. You will notice your healing in strange moments. Like when you say no without over-explaining. That is your voice returning. That is your gut remembering. And then comes the moment where you stop needing confirmation from others to feel certain. You stop scanning faces for approval. That shift does not come with fanfare. It comes quietly, maybe after a boundary you thought you could never hold. You might also notice yourself grieving all the times you did not trust yourself. That grief is part of the repair. It is how you teach yourself that your signals were always trying to protect you. Have you felt this quiet return of self-trust? Or are you still learning how to hear your own voice again? Let us talk about it in the comments. If this helped you feel more connected to yourself, subscribe to strtv. In the next episode, we will talk about how narcissistic abuse affects your relationship with your body. Until then, trust the quiet voice inside you. It is wiser than you think.